Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Science. Miss Higgins here. Today, we're going to write another scientific explanation. Now, I've shown you guys how to do this before, so this time I'm not going to model how to write the scientific explanation. This time, I'm going to help you remember the evidence that we've gotten from the different experiments and texts that we've looked at. So today, our teaching point is that scientists write scientific explanations by using evidence from experiments and texts and using academic vocabulary. So remember that we're acting as marine scientists and we're trying to help the Blue Bay Park Superintendent figure out how mother dolphins and their calves send signals through the water to find each other. And remember that the word transfer means to move something from one place to another. So let's look at the sound wave sim. And we want to think, as we are selecting a particle to highlight it and watching that particle move, we want to think, what evidence do we find of energy being transferred from one particle to the next? So let's come to our sim. We're going to select a particle and we're going to click play. All right, let's actually try a different instrument for this. Let's try the violin. And let's try that again. Okay, so I saw that as the sound was being played, this particle was bumping into or colliding with another particle. When those particles collided, it looked like it transferred the energy because it would make the other one start moving again. So we know that when particles collide, they transfer their energy. One of the particles will stop moving, which causes the other one to start moving. Now I want you guys to try this. We're going to look at a different application. And we're going to apply what we've been learning about energy transfer to dolphin communication. So I'm going to show you the diagram, and you're going to have to figure out where would the source be, where would the listener be, which direction is the energy traveling, and where is the energy transferring. So let's take a look here. This is the mother dolphin. We have the calf or the baby dolphin. This is a zoomed in model of the water particles. So take a second and think, where would the source, the listener, the direction, and the energy transfers go? Let's remember a few lines from the book we read in our last lesson, Sound on the Move, and maybe this will help you. One quote was that the sound wave travels by way of particle collisions all the way to the bird hearing the call. That bird is the listener. Another quote said, the vibrating flaps are the source of the sound waves. The sound waves travel outward through the head by way of particle collisions. And a final piece of evidence was the sound wave travels away from the kangaroo rat for long distances by way of particle collisions. So see if that helps you figure out where each of these labels should go. So hopefully you were thinking something like this. We know that the mother dolphin makes the sound, so she's the source. And we know that the calf or the baby is the listener. We know that the energy always travels away from the source. So we know that it's going to go from the mother dolphin to the baby dolphin. Okay, so it's going this way. And we know that whenever a particle collides or crashes in to another particle, it transfers energy. So we could put as many of these as we want. We could say that this particle is about to collide with this one. When they touch here, they're also colliding and transferring energy. So every time these particles are touching, they're colliding and transferring that energy. Okay, so our key concept here is that when particles collide, they transfer energy, and that changes how they move. So here we got an email from Maya Martinez, the park superintendent, and she said she reviewed our sound diagrams. They look great, and she would now like us to complete a written explanation about how sound energy travels through water from a mother dolphin to her calf. And I want you guys to think of all the great things that we've learned from all of these sources. Think about, what have you learned about sound from the sound wave sim? What have you learned from the coin collision investigation that we did in our last lesson? What did you learn from the hand collision model in our last lesson? And what did you learn from the book Sound on the Move? You're going to use evidence from all of these experiments and texts, and also use academic vocabulary when you're writing your scientific explanation. So your job for today is to write a scientific explanation that answers the question, how does sound energy travel through water from a mother dolphin to her calf? And you're going to use evidence and vocabulary that you learned in the video, the sim, the coin collision investigation, the hand collision model, and the book Sound on the Move to help you write your explanation. Good luck and happy working. I'll see you next time.